All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from the lodge. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my right, David Ruff.
It's podcast week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's a big announcement. We're so early on in the pod.
Why did it take us till Wednesday to announce that?
Will was out Monday and we kind of forgot.
Oh, okay.
That's my fault.
How are we celebrating? Are you just
Recording podcast, I think.
we have plans for this, or?
Well, look, we got a guest in the stew right now.
Sure.
It's true. We got Dylan Shivery here. He's always here.
Thank you.
You're kind of a guest.
Very happy to be. Well, I don't know that I am. I'm here pretty much every day, so.
I did enjoy that it took over 5 minutes to introduce Brett on Monday's episode. That was
Did
nice.
it?
Yeah, over 5.
You know, good.
We've also got a
About
special
time
guest
someone
for
else
the.
around here experiences what I go
I
through
guess.
on a daily basis. So,
I guess.
yeah,
We've got a special guest today.
very special.
He's going to join us for the first part of this episode. Club Cool's own Barrett Dudley.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Welcome to the stew.
It's good to be here. I hope that Podcast Week can live up to International Podcast Day, which was last week.
Dude, that
and
was
I mean,
epic.
Club Cool just did absolute sky-high numbies for International Podcast Day. Like, people were just amped up about that.
You were just going bonkers.
Just like, let me get these podcasts.
More podcast.
People were just downloading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Gosh.
Give me that podcast. Like, is that a podcast? Give it to me now. Inject it into my veins.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The podcast, that is.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah. How do you put audio in your veins, David? Explain that.
It can be
dumbass.
dumb. The technology's there, Dylan. Just because you're living in 1998. Which you dumbass.
Man, I watched Halloween last night, the original from 1978.
Classic.
Never seen it.
I just wanted to get. I had never seen it either.
Michael?
I wanted to get in the mood for it. It's exactly like you would think it is. Exactly.
Is it a classic?
Yeah, of course, it's a classic. I mean,
Definitely
but
a classic.
It's just like
Bro.
a killer on the loose in the neighborhood, like bouncing in and out of houses. It's a classic thriller. I mean, it's good, but it's from 1978.
I watched that one recently. I thought it held up. I thought it was still pretty scary.
It is my.
It is scary.
It is my favorite horror genre movie.
Mike
Really?
Myers, that was like, that was, what did you say, 1972, something like that?
78.
78?
Yep.
I feel like it was one of the original ones where it was just like, this dude has no motive. He is just pure evil.
He's just
Nah. He ain't a killer, but don't push him.
Yeah. Plus the music, the
killer.
Michael Myers music,
Yeah, the music was awesome.
best of all times,
It
probably.
was perfect. It's
So-
it's the quintessential Halloween scary movie.
Did you rent this on Amazon Prime for like $20?
For $4, I rented.
Oh,
it.
okay.
I could have
You
rented
rented
it for $9 or something, but
Teens, you got the teens like hooking up and then like
yeah.
dying, very expectedly.
Opening scene, you see boobies. Just putting
Really?
that out there.
Okay. I did
Yeah.
not know
Put it
that.
out there.
There's some tatas.
But then she gets got. Oh, I shouldn't spoil.
Why
it.
would you do
Fuck,
that, dude?
Dylan.
It's from 19.
You ruined
Well,
that. You ruined
at
spooky
least
season.
when Sally asks me what's going to happen next, at least I can just tell her, like, oh, she's going to die.
Yeah, I mean it's 42 years old, the movie. So
God,
Is that-
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Is that past the statute of limitations for spoilers?
I think so.
yeah, 42 years. I believe that we're good.
Yeah, I think you're
Good.
good.
It's good, man. It's
And
it's a
it's-
good it's a tone setting thriller for the season.
I saw a Breaking Bad tweet recently, and it was like something about these are the 4 iconic scenes, and one of them was a screenshot of the final shot, and people were like, "Dude, are you serious?" And everyone's like, "Dude, it's been like 10 years. Like, just deal with it."
How do you not know what happens in that?
Which one?
I knew what happens
Breaking
before
Bad.
I even started watching the series. Like, because I started after it was all completed. I knew what was going to happen at the end.
Even if you know what happens at the end, which you have to, if you watch Breaking Bad, you're like, this probably only ends one way. Though getting to that point, even in like the last 3 episodes, is such a ride.
Well, do you know what they say? That life's about the journey, not the destination.
I thought you were going to say that every day is a winding road.
That too. But Jesse took that one out of town.
I wonder what the ratio of
that, Jesse.
like getting topless in a movie to getting killed is.
If you show tease, you're
If
dying.
if you show tease, you're getting got.
Because you know whose tease we didn't
immediately.
see? Jamie Lee Curtis.
You're right. There were 2 women in the movie who show tease. Both of them get got by Michael Myers.
I've got a problem with that.
You show tease, you're going down.
Chill, dude.
I'm just saying, dog. I
And
didn't write the movie.
and you know what? I saw no dong in that movie.
I didn't see any D either.
I've always said that there needs to be more D in movies.
Yeah.
It's unfair that like only
Why
women get to
is
show
there?
off their stuff and we don't get to do ours.
You see male buttocks in
Why
movies.
is there very little D in movies?
I don't know.
It's not an attractive
certainly not.
member.
We
Yeah.
got dudes in any
It's-
given Sunday.
It's built for function only.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I think that breasts are just nice to look at
They're
for most people, I think.
I
Even
enjoy
with
looking
you
at
know,
breasts.
yeah.
I feel like the last. No, I could probably think of other examples, but the one that sticks out to me is like the shower scene in it's like Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
Like the locker room scenes. Like, oh, there's a few dongs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
those are just
definitely-
casual
yeah.
background dongs. They're not like showcase dongs.
No, it's rare to get a showcase dong.
There's a really casual, sneaky dong in Super Troopers for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. Farva.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what? Why would they do that?
You know, they have a new show. I think it's on FX. It's like they're firemen.
Yeah. It doesn't look very good.
So it's not it's not like the Slam and Salmon just in TV show form.
No,
Oh, okay.
sadly.
Still the goat.
I wonder if anyone's ever put like pen to paper on my theory about showing tease means you get God in a thriller.
Mr. Skin might have a part of their site that
Yeah.
explains it.
I think you're onto something there.
I think I am.
I think
too.
there's definitely a correlation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of times maybe the protagonist, the main actress, Jamie Lee Curtis in this one, she might be too high profile to show tease. This is 78, so, you know, it's different back then. There might be a stigma. I don't know.
There's
Just a theory. There's no
there's
wrong
always that
answers.
thing in horror movies too, where it's like the more It Follows made an entire movie about like how like the sexualization of young people is kind of like the monster itself, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like in Scream, which we're going to talk about a little bit later as well. Nev Campbell definitely never gets naked,
Right.
right? But I think
Right.
there are some other people that do. Do you see tease in Scream?
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember any tease in it,
Maybe not.
but
Maybe I'm failing the theory here.
you definitely don't see Skeet Ulrich's dong.
No.
Who is Skeet Ulrich again?
He's the fake Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
Look him up.
That still does nothing for me.
Randy,
This
give me a
was-
Skeet Ulrich.
This was her debut.
Yeah, this
Jamie
was.
Lee Curtis.
It said in the opening credits. It said like featuring
Presenting.
or presenting or something like that. Like, oh, this must be like she's getting a starring role in this for her first movie.
That
Like,
was like
the
in
second
the
sentence-
70s. They like presented their new starlets as like
Yeah.
debutantes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second sentence in her actual like Wikipedia thing is just that she made her debut in Halloween. Good for her.
The sequels were good too. Not all of them.
I might go.
You were a
through
big
and watch all of
H2O
them.
guy though, right?
Was that the one with Busta Rhymes?
I don't know. It was-
There's one where Busta Rhymes like electrocutes Michael at the end. Spoiler.
Electrifying.
Boom, 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 boom.
LL Cool J's in H2O.
H2O is a pretty decent one.
He rocks the bells.
Well, now that we're done with our fun and horny banter, can I get some quick programming notes out of the way?
Sure.
Dude, have you guys heard? At Circling Back Pod hit 10.1K.
What?
Uh-huh.
Dude, people say
Damn.
that's the number
Mm-hmm.
to look out for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Coming for that dude perfect ass.
Yeah.
They have no clue what's coming behind them. They hear footsteps. Alligator arms are about to ensue.
Do we have a post prepared to celebrate it?
We've celebrated on Twitter. I think I'm going to wait for 10.2 to celebrate on the Instagram, though. They say that's when you really start hitting your stride. Also, go leave a review and 5-star rating. We've been getting some good reviews lately. Make it happen. Every Tuesday and Friday, also on Patreon, patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. Spooky season hit yesterday. We've also got a lot in the pipeline for the rest of the month with this Bachelor stuff coming up.
That's potentially the spookiest spooky season we've done.
It potentially was. Everyone saw the photo,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay. We got the photo out there.
Somebody noticed another face in the photo.
Don't like that.
A profile. I think it's an anomaly, but then again, like I'm the guy who thinks there's another the other face is an actual ghost. So like, who am I to say?
It's hard to identify ghosts when you're not a ghost hunter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Tonight, Happy Hour Live, youtube.com/washedmedia. Just go check out everything on there. We got clips. We got full episodes. The best ofs that we've been putting out every single Friday. Shouts to Randy for putting in the work on those. Just share them with your friends. Let them see 8 minutes of glory.
It's
Also,
really been my whole goal the last couple of weeks is just to put out content that's good enough to make it into the 8-minute clips.
It's stressful.
Why does Randy always put you at like the 7-minute mark?
Because we do it later in the week. That's my only.
Wow.
That's all I can think of.
Don't bury Barrett like that, Randy.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
What are you scared of?
I just haven't come correct with content that's good enough for the first 2 minutes. That's all that means.
Well, something tells me that that based on how fast Randy started writing things down when Dylan started asking about the ratio between showing your boobs in a movie and dying, I'm pretty sure Barrett's going to get the nod early on in this episode.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fun.
Not too worried about that
That's
one.
fun.
Also, twitch.tv/WatchMedia every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday around 12:15. Tomorrow's Throwback Thursday. Not sure what we're playing yet. I think we should just run some jam, run some fives. Call it good.
You want to run some jam? All right, dog. Give me Mitch.
I don't
the
like
difference?
Washed Media Dylan is so much better at NBA Jam than Grand X Dylan
Why
was.
is that?
It's annoying. I lost you maybe once at Grand X, and like here you just smoke me every time.
I don't know what it is, man.
Whatever. You can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account for a free monthly sub. Don't ask us how to do that, but like you can do it.
Actually, Dylan's going to go live on Twitch and walk you through it.
You can ask Randy. You can ask Randy, and he'll just give you a very unhelpful link that explains absolutely nothing. So that'll be fun too.
Oh, you'd love to see it.
Oh, it's great.
But before we really get into it, let's talk about one of my favorite sponsors out there, Honey. These days, it feels like online shopping is the only thing we really do, and that's where today's sponsor, Honey, comes in. It's the free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically applies the best one available at checkout. Honey is basically your online shopping best friend, and I can wholeheartedly say that I love it.
Oh,
It's like
fantastic.
a shopping caddy.
Yeah.
Just right there, like, oh, yeah, it's like, no. Don't hit the 7. Hit the 8.
Dude, you forget you have it, and then you're checking out, and it's like, surprise, bitch! I'm about to save you 15%.
It's
Yeah.
just
Like,
such a
oh.
highlight when it pops up, and it's like, oh wait, I get to save 20% on this J. Crew order that I was already saving money on. Sweet.
It doesn't call you bitch for the record, but
Yeah.
like it's the implications there. Like,
Yeah,
hey, dumbass, I'm saving you money.
it's just great.
It doesn't insult you in any
No,
way.
it doesn't
actually.
insult you. It
No,
just, it
it-
just saves you money.
Yeah, it really just gives you money, which is
Right.
kind of better than insulting you.
Right.
Here's how it works. You get Honey on your computer for free and in 2 easy clicks by going to joinhoney.com/circlingback. Then, when you're checking out on one of its over 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. You just wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons for that site, and if it finds the working codes, it'll apply the best one to your cart. I saved money. I've saved so much money using this. I saved it wedding shopping, just getting fits in general. We've done it for stuff in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Big Honey, guys. Honey has over 17 million members and over $2 billion in savings.
That's
Billion.
crazy with a B.
I was gonna say
Crazy
that,
with a B? Oh, yeah.
I was
Billion.
gonna say that it pays for itself, but it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
So it's like free money.
You're net positive after your first use,
Exactly.
which is usually a good thing. It's simple. If you have a computer, Honey should be on it. It's free, and it works with whatever browser you use. You can get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/circlingback. That's joinhoney.com/circlingback. Could we talk Aspen real quick?
Talking
Yes.
about a
There was
little
some hat
place
talk. There was some hat talk early on the Monday's
California.
episode.
called Aspen.
I know. How many people go to Aspen and they're like just waiting to use one of those
If
captions?
I've
for their
never been to
Instagram?
Aspen, but when and if I go, I'm just gonna be doing Dumb and Dumber bets the whole time.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Walking by the Ralph Lauren store there, which I knew Aspen was bougie. I didn't realize that every store there is just designer clothing.
Yeah.
If you want to go get like an Aspen t-shirt, you have to go to like the slum part of town and like grab an Aspen t-shirt. Like everything else is like, no, here's a $2,400 winter jacket.
I'm more of a get the T-shirt at the airport kind of guy of the city I'm in.
When Dylan's buying the shot glasses.
Yeah, he's buying the shot glasses. I'm getting a Skyline T-shirt.
Like my Vegas Nights T-shirt.
Exactly like your Vegas Nights T-shirt.
Yeah, is that official apparel or is that just something you got off like a random site?
I got it off a random site. Yeah. And it's very cheap.
That's probably fine.
Yeah. It feels like cardboard.
Well, I got a hat, Dylan.
We saw, man.
I need to clarify a couple things about this hat. One, it wasn't totally flat brim, or it's not totally flat brimmed, like you said.
It looks very flat.
It does. And in photos, so what I ended up doing was that I got it shaped by the store, and then after that, I left it in my hotel room upside down, like I was told to do, so that it didn't flatten out. And then housekeeping came and they turned it back over.
Oh no.
Oh.
And so they did that numerous times. And so finally yesterday I went back into the store and I said, hey, we got to reshape this thing. And if you can send it home, if you can ship it back to Austin, I would love to not travel with this thing. So I think it's going to be a slightly different looking hat when it touches ground in Austin.
Okay.
You didn't fly back with it on?
No, I was going to, and then I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do this. I don't want to be the guy in the airport who clearly bought his hat in Aspen.
Yeah.
Yep. So I went and paid.
What is it made of? What's the skin?
She said rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay, is that normal?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
When she said that, I was kind of like, oh, rabbit.
So the Aspen Hatter, the one here on Barton Springs, it's pretty much, I think beaver's the main fur that they sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There were several different ones. So when you walk into the store, it's a very
David,
famous store called
don't.
Kimasabe.
I didn't say a damn thing.
The implication on your face. You trying to get dirty with it.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm letting Will tell his story.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you walk in there, and it's impossible to walk out without buying something. The second I walked in there, they had someone next to me with like a giant pole just taking hats off like the top rack, just throwing them on my head and just making sure that I was like getting taken care of.
Love that.
2 seconds later, I'm like, okay, yeah, here's this hat. I had no clue how much it cost, what all the accoutrements that they have cost. I had no clue, and I was just like, yeah, this is my hat that I'm buying now. And
Did you get to customize the band, or does it already come on the hat?
oh, you get to
Okay.
customize everything.
I kind of want to do this.
It was great. And then you also get to like customize the feathers that you put in, but after she put in a couple, I was like, I don't think I can do the feathers.
Nah, you're not.
Come
Cam Newton.
on.
You're not Cam Newton.
Nah.
You can't pull that off.
You know, Dogface has a feather tatted on the side of his
You
head.
should have done that.
Dogface 208.
Should I get a tattoo
Yeah.
of a feather? I might.
Okay.
Did you go any fire distressing?
It was already distressed. So
Okay.
like they have 2 different lines of hats at the store, and some of them are just like brand new Stetsons that you can just pimp out, and then the other ones they like to stress themselves and do stuff to. And
Yeah.
I was actually not expecting to get a distressed one, but the one that they put on me, I was like, this is the hat. Like this is the one that I want, and so that's
Kind of
what I
like
did.
Harry Potter going into the wand shop. It's
Exactly.
like the wand chooses you. Really, the hat just kind of called your name.
Sally was trying to give me a switch, and I was like, nah.
I want to know how much you dropped, but I'll ask you after we record.
To be honest, did not go on my credit card, and I kind of like lingered away from the register because I didn't want to hear it. So a Venmo request is going to come through later this week. That's going to just make me gasp.
Call that a
no.
pay and pray.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. I know it was cheaper than what I mentally budgeted originally, so we know that.
What's the style called?
No clue.
Okay.
No clue.
Did you try on any more like traditional cowboy hats?
A little bit.
That's what I was hoping that you would get.
So I was hoping I would get one too.
I get why you didn't.
I think I'm going to get one of those, but I think I'm just going to get it from like
You're gonna
Cavender's or
You'll
something.
probably get more use out of the one that you got.
Yeah.
Because it's just more versatile, I think. But a cowboy hat would have been tight too.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
know, man.
I'll just throw it at you that so last week on Club Cool, Phil and I did an entire segment about our experience at the Austin version, Montfray on South Congress,
Okay.
which offers like a really badass custom hat experience.
What's it called?
Montfray,
Okay.
Maufrais.
Okay.
And so what they're like, it's almost like a Stetson store. They carry Stetsons, but they also have some.
I think I've walked by it. Okay.
I've been in it with you. It was just
Okay.
not fully open when we went there, so you wouldn't have really realized. Yep.
They also have some like resistals and other stuff. But you're basically like what you're doing there when you do the custom is you're taking a Stetson Stratoliner, which is like has like a 7-inch brim and like the big penis looking top type thing, and then everything else you go from there. So
They-
you
they
get
form
the
it down from there?
get the brim cut down however you want it. You can add flanges on it to make it a little bit more Western.
See,
and then
I
you're
don't-
shaping the top too into like either like the fedora style or like a Stetson open road, which is like the 2 straight lines down the side, or you can do the Gus, which is like the higher in the
Okay.
back, slope it down. You can do the little telescope, which is like the little crease, like very very circular.
Uh-huh.
So you take this thing and then you make it essentially as like kind of
Okay.
wide brim fedora or as like Western as you want it.
To have a system like that, they have to have some real pros there that know what they're doing.
So
because I would be like, tell me everything. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's probably the main difference in like Montfray and like an Aspen Hatter or a Kimosabe is that most of the people working in Montfray are pretty green with this whole thing.
Okay.
Because I asked my girl, I was like, so the girl that was shaping my hat, I was like, so how'd you learn to do this? And she was like, just kind of learning on the fly.
It's like okay, cool.
The guys that own the store, they know how to do this, and they just kind of like pass down the information and teach us a little bit, and then you just like learn. So
Yeah.
so that's you can get somebody that is brand new at this, or you can get somebody that is like very seasoned, but similar to Will's experience. Once you drop the big boy stack on this hat, you get to go back in and like have them tweak it and reshape it and do all that stuff like as many times as you want.
Yeah. The time I stepped into Aspen Hatter, it was a couple years ago, I think. It was during ACL. And the main guy who runs the Aspen one was here.
Yeah.
And I walked in there, and he the first thing he did was make fun of the hat I was currently wearing. And then I realized that he was absolutely hammered drunk.
What was your hat?
It
Was it your fedora from Italy?
No, it was that semi flat brim cowboy hat that I bought. It's a Stetson, but it's a cheap one. And he said something about wearing like a $50 hat in his shop. And I was like, okay, well it was $70, but okay.
Oh man,
I love
But
insulting my customers right before they buy. Try to drop like $1,200 on a hat.
He was kind of bullshitting with me, but that's what he said. I was like, okay.
A trust fund kid job, like out of college, seems like a dude's like, I'm gonna take a couple years off, go to Colorado, be like an apprentice for like a hat shaper, like learn that, come back to Austin or Dallas, use like I don't know, like $5 million of your dad's money, and then start up like your own hat shop, and then just reap the benefits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn hat shaping, is what I'm telling you.
I think you could pick it up pretty easily. Like
Just learn it on the fly.
It did like obviously there's some skill involved with it, but you spend a couple days shaping hats, and I think you'd be all right.
We had a lady named Wendy who seemed like the alpha of the crew, and I was just like, yeah, I'm sticking with you this entire time because I trust you a lot. She killed it. You guys want my 3 other takeaways from Aspen?
Man, I need to get a hat. I'm Joe. Yeah, what's up?
The calves in that town. Oh my God, everyone's got calves.
Got calves?
Dude,
There's a lot of
everyone's
farming and
hiking and
ranching.
stuff, so everyone's just like everyone's just calves are popping at all times.
Everyone's out here looking like Micah.
Dude, it's crazy.
A bunch of Micahs running around?
Yeah, like vascular
Dude.
calves are just like a dime a dozen.
Calves at elevation, it's different.
Damn, I need to
So
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that. Barrett would just be. I mean, he's already vascular down here at sea level.
Your vascularity literally came up on our trip. Sally's like, man, Barrett's really vascular. And I was like, I know, I'm so jealous.
So did you have shorts weather?
We had, every morning it was like cold. We woke up, it was 39. And then,
That's great.
and then by afternoon it was like 70.
That's so tight.
And so it was great.
So you saw some shorts.
Oh, we saw some shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then, we went to Maroon Bells, like the most Instagrammable place on earth, probably. And that's where like the calves were really on display there. Very tight. Also, something really interesting that I didn't realize about Aspen, but I should have forecasted beforehand. A glass of wine is at least $18 on every menu there. It's just like, yeah, I guess I'm going to go with something else. I'll take an $8 draft beer from like down the street. That's somehow still $8.
Yeah, I've heard it's a very expensive town.
Yep. And then the final takeaway is that they have elk on every menu. It's beautiful. I had an elk carpaccio that Dave Ruff would have just died for.
Chef's kiss. Sounds fantastic.
Muy fantástico.
Yeah, it's loaded with nutrients and vitamins.
Just bomb.
Did you get any bonus salmon along with it, or?
No bonus salmon this time. That's kind of bullshit now that I think about it.
That's how I enjoy
Did you
my
fly fish?
No, I should have. No, we just did hiking.
Fly fish, it's kind of a hike.
I kind of wish I would have done it.
Yeah.
But, we had limited time, and I don't think Sally really wanted to go out and rip too many lips.
What do you guys think about it sounds like pretty doable and efficient and probably, not crazy, but like a Wash Media meetup in Aspen.
We can do that. Yeah, let's do it.
Right? Like,
you could have convinced me like
That just
last
seems
night
like a
to just
good-
move there forever.
Yeah.
It's heaven on earth. No one is in a bad mood in that city because it's just like, how can you be? You're
is
looking around.
it the most bougie place you've ever been in your entire life?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And it's just so outrageous. Like the fits that people get off there are just things that you can't wear in other places.
I think it truly is there are a few competitors, like maybe like Carmel by the Sea or something, but it is like probably a top 3 hub of wealth in the United States.
Mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah.
And like you can just tell like the people that are there, because Sally had a weird vacation schedule, which is why we were there Monday and Tuesday as well. And so like Monday we were like, oh, town's going to clear out and it's going to be totally fine. We can go to restaurants that like we don't have a reservation at, whatever. It's like, no, these people don't live in a real world where they have Monday through Friday. It's like these people, like it was debatably busier on Monday when we were there. Must be nice.
Damn.
So if we want to move there, like I'm down.
Did you find yourself wishing there was snow on the ground while you were there?
No, I didn't.
You're a Michigan boy, though. So
But we did, yeah. And we did so much that wasn't like snow-based. That was like summery activities, like the hiking and sitting out on patios was just the best. And so it was kind of nice that snow wasn't there. I wasn't ready for snow.
Okay.
Were the women flocking like the salmon of Capistrano?
A lot of honeys.
Yeah.
A lot of honeys, yeah. Yeah.
He's doing Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to buy something really stupid.
Did the
Dumb
beer
and
flow
Dumber.
like wine? Sorry, I had to.
You can't go there expecting to buy something that they'd wear in Dumb and Dumber because you can't afford it.
Yeah, no, it's
You have to
thousands
go
and
in with
thousands
like
of dollars.
a thrift shop version of something because you just can't afford it. It's like, yeah, nope.
You got the hat. That's scraping it.
We made sure to do the hats the first morning we were there so that we didn't have any financial worries after that.
Smart.
Because if like we had like 2 meals and I'm like, I don't know if I can afford this damn hat. And that, my friends, is Aspen.
And you got the brand on the bill too.
Yeah,
That's cool.
They wanted to do that very badly, and I was like, yep. I was like, put the Roman numerals on there too.
Hell yeah.
Got it.
Sick.
Yeah. You know what else is sick? Hawthorne.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, I used Hawthorne this morning. Ooh, we have a great Hawthorne logo up here. Very crisp and high resolution.
Very cool.
Kind of crisp like their scents.
Good find, Randy.
Yeah, nice work, Randy. You guys are all familiar with Hawthorne, and if you're listening, you should be too. This stuff smells great. It's personalized. They have premium quality ingredients, convenient and easy to buy online with luxurious packaging. We've all gotten this stuff. Dave, you were a Curve guy until like we started getting Hawthorne stuff, right?
Yeah, like up until a couple months ago. Just Curve, and I would even sometimes go Curve with like a spray of cool water on the other side just to really throw them off. But since doing the work and play from Hawthorne, like doing the little 2-minute test, look at me now.
Dude,
smell me now, I
yeah.
should say.
All you have to do is just go take a quiz, and all of a sudden they're just telling you exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Or what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe both. Maybe for work and maybe a little for play. You can even type in like the scents that you are wearing. So if you're like a Tommy Boy guy, like Dylan was, you can just type that in, and they'll kick out something that might be in your ballpark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is just great. They got deodorant, shampoo, body wash hits different.
Body wash is fantastic. It just looks good in your shower. Just like the packaging is aesthetically pleasing, and you're just like, yeah, I like having this around.
It's like when you're cleaning up your bathroom that someone might go in when you have somebody over. That's the kind of stuff you leave out.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I use Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Not to brag.
You say it all smug like that?
Yeah, a little bit. I
Okay.
kind of do everything like that.
It's
after
kind
I
of a
look at Aspen.
conversation piece.
Mm-hmm.
The body wash, that is.
Oh, okay.
Check out Hawthorne at hawthorne.co. That's Hawthorne with an E. And use our promo code CirclingBack to get 10% off of your first purchase. That's HAWTHORNE.co. And use our code CirclingBack to get 10% off your purchase. Hawthorne.co. Barrett, you're here to talk Halloween.
Ready for a little Club Cool segment?
Mm-hmm.
This was look, man, this is a recurring thing that I get requests for every year. Let's talk about Halloween costumes. What are the good Halloween costumes this year? Some people just want to like be the most current, want to, have the best, most on point costume. Other people are like looking for ways to kind of get their subtle flexes in. They want to look good while in these costumes.
Sure.
Dave and Will, you guys joined me on Club Cool last year for this. It was, I think we did like 1.2 million downloads on that episode.
It was a big one.
It was a big one.
This podcast week.
Dylan, I know you weren't able to make it, so let me get your temperature on Halloween costumes. Are you is this something that you go in for?
I typically don't dress up.
Yeah.
But I am going to this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got your costume in the bag already?
I don't have it in the bag.
Okay.
I know what I'm going to do, but it's not. I haven't gotten the stuff for it yet.
All right. Speaking of Halloween costumes, I was talking to Parks out
Yeah.
there last week, and I think his they don't make his favorite dinosaur, the mosasaur, right? That's not the one.
Are they not making that?
They don't make it
Mosasaurus?
the mosasaurus. They don't make it a costume. So
Is that his actual favorite dinosaur? The Mosasaurus?
It's one of them, yeah.
It's kind of
The Mosasaurus, yeah.
But he's also he's also into some of the Avengers, and I was trying to pitch him on this idea of like combining dinosaur and superhero costumes to become his own Mosasaurus superhero costume. So
Wow.
you know,
That would be super tight.
I was trying to blow his brain with that one.
He doesn't know this yet, but I believe his grandmother is making him a dinosaur costume.
I guess we have to edit this out since he listens to every episode.
Yeah.
Which will be tight. Yeah, I'm going to do something along the same lines. I'm going to do something dinosaur themed.
That'll be
Or
good.
Jurassic Park themed, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to go as the dude for like Dern's.
Dr. Grant?
Yeah,
We'll see about it.
just get the full khaki.
We'll see about it. I don't have to shave everything, though. So I have to...
I'll help.
He'll be
You
a
work on the
bearded-
quads. You're gonna
bearded
pull
doc-
that look.
Yeah, you need to hit the leg press hard.
No, that's not Dr. Grant.
Oh, it's the
Still
other
had
guy?
good. He had decent legs though. The other dude,
don't even know if
clever
you see his
girl
legs.
guy.
Yeah, be the
Clever
Clever
other
girl
dude.
guy's got some... He's stacked.
That's
Yeah,
the
you're right.
costume.
Be the other dude.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so y'all ready for the for some like the? I like to do costumes pretty frequently on the TV and film side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's usually a go-to for me.
Can I ask a question before we start?
Yeah, please do.
Does anyone have a Halloween costume that they're planning on doing yet?
So here's the thing: for we're old. The Halloween parties are few and far between.
Yeah, you got to have one main costume,
right? Like it's you know, we'll be lucky to like for one person to be like, yeah, got the backyard set up, let's do it this year. So I don't even, but I feel like for the younger kids, where there's a will, there's a way. They're gonna find places to dress up and get these costumes off.
The talk in my neighborhood is since it's on a Saturday night, everybody just kind of hanging out in driveways. Just kind of music, drinking, having the candy down at the sidewalk while you just hang out and talk to the neighbors.
Yeah.
Which we'll probably do that unless we have like I don't know, maybe the news will throw something.
I'm just hoping there's some trick-or-treating this year. I have a 5-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
I think there will be. That's like Dave said. I feel like the talk is to just kind of like like pretty much everybody will just have the candy out essentially, and maybe you're hanging out there with your 6 feet of distance. Maybe you're not.
That'd be cool.
I think your neighborhood will. I mean, just driving through there like a couple weeks ago,
man.
already got a ton of Halloween decorations up. A lot of kids.
Real quick, one more thing. Have y'all seen all the hubbub about this 12-foot skeleton at Home Depot?
Oh, we talked about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
My quick anecdote here is that I saw that thing in Home Depot probably late September, and I was like, man, that is so tight.
$300.
$300 though. I swear, if it had been $100, I just would have packed it up and been like, throw it in the truck.
It's so cool. The first picture we saw of it went viral on Twitter.
It
was like a trick angle. Like it looked much bigger than it looked like it was 25 feet.
Okay, I was walking around telling people that it was 25 feet.
Yeah,
even after seeing it in the store, I thought it was 25 feet tall.
Okay.
It's only 12, but then
it's expensive for it.
Then you think about 12 feet, and that's like double the size of your fence, basically.
Yeah.
So it's pretty huge. Anyway, like I went back a few days later, and it was gone, and then like it kind of took over, and it's like the runaway hit of the season.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they're not on eBay for $1,000, but I don't know, maybe they are.
They might be.
Yeah, but very, very cool Halloween decoration. If you
I know. I kind of regret not getting one.
If you had $300 to throw it out.
I guess it's not too late, but
if that's like my only decoration, I should have done that.
You know
storage. Where is the other piece of that? Where the hell are you putting that thing?
I don't know.
We're keeping it here. If I if I happen to get one,
post it up on the sectional out there.
Just legs crossed on the couch out there.
For Twitch purposes.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready to jump into some costume ideas that I have for y'all? All right.
Hit me.
Here's number one. This is going to be the run. I expect this to be the kind of the biggest costume of the year. There will be a lot of them. It will really boil down to who can do it best, which is why it's near the top of my list as well. It's Tiger King.
Yes.
Joe Exotic.
Sure.
I just fear it's going to be overdone. A lot of people are going to be tired.
It will be, which is why you have to this is the costume for people like me that want to nail every single detail of a costume.
True.
If you're thorough with these things, if you have to have like borderline exact replications of what these people look like,
name tattooed on his
the
neck
tattoos,
and all
the chokers, the right shirt, the jeans, the exotic boots,
chokers.
the perfect wig to get this mullet off.
You can't half-ass a Tiger King.
You cannot
costume.
have no.
I'm currently Googling, can you rent tigers in Texas?
So this is one for people that like to go all out. Like Dylan said, it's going to be super popular. But so you have to nail it if you do it.
Dave, with a little more growth down here and the right wig, you could absolutely crush a Joe Exotic costume this year.
So my thought was, when I was watching it, specifically his music video about Carol Baskin, where he is in the he's got the black cowboy hat and the Western priest.
Oh
wear.
yeah.
I was like, that would be the version I would go as if I was doing Joe Exotic.
You almost Sassy Wolf is like one octave away from Joe Exotic.
That's very fair.
So you know,
I forgot he was a priest.
I think I had a good Joe Exotic for a minute. It's been obviously 7 months since that was like a thing.
Hey, that was at the very
quarantine
beginning.
week 1.
So this costume also lends itself to couples costumes.
With the tiger or Carol Baskin?
A lot of options here. Tiger is a great one. Carol Baskin's even better. If you got another guy, if you have a bro or a boyfriend, then you're going in that way. Doc Antle is right there for you.
It's true.
Doc Antle and Joe Exotic, 2 Tiger Kings.
Or Carol Baskin and her cuck husband on a leash.
I'm gonna be your husband. I'm gonna be your husband. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah.
That's a good costume.
So that's number 1 on my list. Here's number 2, and this is really personal bias here because I love the outfits on this TV show, and we just had the hat discussion. But obviously, I'd love to pull off a John Dutton Yellowstone fit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with this one, and I've gone down this road many times, is that I'm pretty confident in pulling off a very badass John Dutton costume, but you are going to be explaining who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I had mentioned that I wanted to go as Rip and then Sally go as Beth because she's already got the red hair, and I was like, this could work.
That's great. Yep.
But so many people still haven't seen the show because it was on fucking Paramount, and now you have to pay $20 for a season. That it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be explaining to people that I'm Rip and I'm not just some like bootleg cowboy.
Yeah.
And I also don't look as manly as him.
That brings up something that I remind people of every year around this time, that if your costume needs a name tag, your costume stinks.
It's no costume.
Mm-mm.
Fair?
I mean, yes, for the most part. I've done costumes that I thought were awesome and that I loved, and
People didn't get it.
I nailed it, and people didn't get it, and I had to explain. And it's not, I don't think my costume sucked. It's just it wasn't the best choice because people had to ask. I had to tell them. It's like, you don't want to have to explain the joke. So to that end, it's not a top tier costume if you have to explain it.
Well, and if you're in Austin, Texas, and you walk into somewhere wearing a Dutton costume, people might just be like, why didn't you dress up? Like, it's not that out of the realm for someone just to dress just like him.
No one dresses like John Dutton around Austin.
I don't know.
He's got too much Yellowstone swag for this town.
You want to know something funny about the name tag thing? I knew I had like this controversial tweet, and you know who responded to it in 2016 saying sometimes name tags are crucial? Intern Klein.
Oh man. Klein, come on.
People
dog.
got mad, just said, hey, if your costume requires a name tag, it's probably not a good costume. And Intern Klein, you probably knew him in 2016. I probably knew of him. I do like that he clapped back. He did him and his boys did the Anchorman thing, which that always plays. I think that's a fun one. But that's really funny.
They didn't do name tags though, did they?
One of them did. The guy who won is Baxter. As if people wouldn't be able to tell that the guy who's
the
a dog. Yeah, like we're familiar with the dog.
Was it a name tag or was it a dog collar? Because that's different.
It's a hybrid.
Okay.
It's okay.
And that's one thing that I guess you could do with John Dutton. You could get some type of like the Kevlar vest underneath your dope ass Western puffer that has like, what is it, like Bureau of.
Oh yeah, the livestock.
Whatever the livestock is thing,
Yeah.
and that's like, because for that type of costume, you need those little hints at like what it is,
Sure.
to kind of alleviate the, what that's
Yeah,
cool.
I
But
just
what
don't know
are
if
you?
that's a popular enough show.
I mean, so
Maybe it
this
is.
most recent season was a big hit, but it was like a big hit for a cable TV show,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not like 25 million people watching Sunday Night Football big.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely it would be cool. So
It's on my radar.
It's on the list. Okay. Skate culture, very big in 2020. All the late 90s, early 2000s stuff is back. I don't know if you know this, but a very popular video game was also re-released. So Tony Hawk is on my list.
He knows.
Dude,
This guy knows. He's
every
good.
night your boy's fingers are just moving.
If you are trying to get off some airwalks, and like some baggy cargos, dude, be Bob Burnquist,
Dave,
Tony
you
Hawk.
should be Chad Muska.
Bring back the
was Bucky Lassie.
the heroes of skating.
I like that a lot.
Dude, Dave, I think you could pull off a Chad Muska look.
You talk about having to explain your costume. Chad Muska is like a costume for like 15 people.
Yeah, but like me and Brady would love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you should do it for. Like,
What about Bam Margera?
you just got to wear what's the like Icelandic rock band
Yeah, him.
that they loved? Did
Yeah.
they always go?
Him.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. What, Dave? Do you want to sing?
I don't have the hair for Bam Margera. I'd rather go as Ryan Dunn, rest in peace.
We all told Dylan that we were going to go as the guys from. We were going to be male strippers, and we're actually going as skaters.
We made Dylan go as Epstein.
All right, this is another very very timely one. I pulled this one off of a list from New York Magazine. It's specifically for Will to think about. Connell from Normal People.
See, that is an explanation through the roof.
Come on.
I haven't finished that series yet because it's so emotionally taxing that I can only handle an episode like in the right mindset.
It took us months to get through those 12 episodes because it is so like
it sucks the life out of you.
It does. It really does.
There was one episode where Sally just looked over at me and I was just sobbing and she was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know. Like this just hit me in a weird place."
It is. I thought it was really, really random that they put that on the list, but at the same time, I was like, well, I could see like you just wear like the short ass rugby shorts and like a washed out tee and a silver chain, and boom, you got it.
Yeah, I might already have that.
Okay, Black Panther. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
That's gonna be big.
I think that'll be a big one.
Hard to pull off though. With that's a pretty substantial get up he has.
Yeah. You would. This is a costume that you would have to like. You're buying the the Party City version and.
True.
Yeah, you're not gonna look like T'Challa. I'll tell you that much. But I do expect it'll be a popular one.
Ooh, I just saw one that would play heavy in the Austin, Texas region. Sideline Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Sideline Texas game. So like
That
you could either
leather
go
jacket that he wears all
jacket,
the time.
Oh yeah, that brown leather, the Fight Club looking jacket, or tucked in T-shirt because he's a big tucked in tee guy. Just UT football tucked in, like some Levi's that are kind of tight.
That vintage burnt orange one with the old school Bevo on it that he wears a lot. Yeah.
God.
And then you have to do your hook 'em like this.
Why does he do
I
it?
hate the hook 'em like that. I hate the hook 'em like that.
I do too.
Like turn it around, dude.
Okay, let's talk about it's 2020. I wanted to throw out some 20th anniversary options for you.
Okay.
An all-time classic of a Halloween costume, especially for bros looking to get fits off. It's the 20th year anniversary of American Psycho, Patrick Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was from 2000.
Mm-hmm.
All-timer. If you just want to slick your hair back, throw on a suit, and get the plastic raincoat, boom, you're done.
Fake axe.
That sets it up it off another notch.
If you're a real hot boy, go in the tighty whities with the tennis shoes and the chainsaw. Dylan, you're a chainsaw guy.
And the eye mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I got some grinding to do on the Peloton between now and the end of the month, but
you need to lose. He was like 6% body fat in that movie.
I wake up every morning at 6:15 a.m. and do a 65-minute ride on my Peloton.
Yep.
Then I wash my face with Hawthorne.
And I go record my podcast.
Dude, Bateman does have a podcast in 2020.
100%. No,
it's a finance podcast that no one listens to.
Brett Easton Ellis actually wrote like what a modern day version of Patrick Bateman would be. And it's essentially a Silicon Valley bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no longer New York. It lives in Silicon Valley. And he's not wrong.
What's the dude from Leftovers?
Justin Theroux?
That would be my character,
yeah.
just because of the hairline. His hairline back in American Psycho days, he had the power slick, but it was such a power alleys were huge.
Yes,
that would be me.
It's crazy that he's in that film. Very random.
And he looks better now.
Did you also know that Justin Theroux co-wrote Zoolander?
Tropic Thunder
with Ben Stiller
and Tropic Thunder.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not wild. It is the 20th anniversary of the Dude, You're Getting Adele commercials. Those started in 2000.
Randy's going to go as that. Randy loves Adele.
Randy loves him Adele.
Dude, you're getting Adele.
Oh, God.
You just scream that at everybody.
What an annoying campaign that was.
Dude, come on.
All right.
You wanted Adele, though.
Don Vito's getting Adele.
Yeah, you thought he was getting a Maggie.
All right,
Adele.
I kind of had to reach here, but it's the 20th anniversary of Scary Movie.
Okay.
It's also the 20th anniversary of Scream 3. You combine those two, you get to wear the Scream mask and do the what's up?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What's that?
That always played. That played in 2000 so hard.
Oh, my God. How old is that actual, like the original commercial, the What's Up guys?
Probably about, just over 20 years. It's probably right at, those probably were in like 99.
What's Oh, man.
Should we start opening every episode of just us doing that for 5 minutes?
What was that?
And that leads me into this next piece. Look, this is the year for Halloween costumes that feature masks. right?
True.
Get your mask on. Get your Halloween costume on while also getting your mask on. So that starts with the Scream one. Here we go. You can also be. This is a great year for horny nurse and horny doctor.
Yes. COVID compliant.
COVID compliant.
Yes.
Get your surgical mask on. Maybe even a shield on your face. But then just like very scantily clad, both of you. Nice little horny costume, couple's costume.
I'm thinking about being guy who wears mask like over his chin for like whatever reason. Like, dude, you're not wearing that right. Like, it's got to cover your mouth and your nose.
Of course, the immortal Bane.
Ooh.
Yes.
Again, any costume that allows you to do a voice, whether it's the what's that?
Someone's doing COVID Trump for sure.
Probably.
Oh, election costumes are gonna be a thing.
Here's a question that I have for you guys: can you, in good taste, be COVID, or is it too insensitive because 200,000 people have died?
I think it's too insensitive.
I think it plays.
Can you be like the big spiky ball? You know what the COVID thing looks like?
I think because that's like, you're making fun.
I think you're going to see
having
some
fun
of
with
those.
it.
That's not that hard to make.
I don't know. I think it can play.
Yeah, it kind of depends on how you handle it, though. You can't be like walking around the party like coughing on people and shit.
In the right environment, it can play.
I feel like this is very much I feel like it's very much a college kid costume.
Yeah, if you're 21 and at a bar, no one's gonna think anything.
Right.
Of it. It's just
Right.
funny. But if you're at like an adult party,
Yeah, and like somebody's parents died.
it's like, dude, man, fuck you, get out.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Dude, did y'all see Clayton's costume when it's COVID? It was so sick. COVID killed my great grandpa. That's so good. You nailed it, dude.
Yeah, some situations it's probably not a good idea.
The spin from that one, which you can definitely do, this requires more creativity. I don't have great ideas, but if you can figure out a way to be the year 2020, I feel
Trash
like that's
can.
What's that?
Trash can.
Yeah, I definitely think you're going to see some like I'm 2020 costumes out there from some creative people.
Yeah,
I'm just not creative when it comes to this
yeah,
stuff.
it would.
I don't know how you'd pull it off, but like somebody's going to like have some like murder hornets on their shoulder and then like be sick from COVID with then have their mask on and then they're I don't know.
Yeah. I was gonna say a Kobe time, but that's a little too much.
Wow.
really,
Okay,
dude?
Dylan.
It's been a shit year. That's
Unbelievable.
what started everything, man.
It really is what started
did,
everything.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
just like,
it
really?
is.
It's been a shit.
This is what we're doing
year.
in January?
Yeah.
Do you think someone will go as Epstein?
No.
I will not be going as Epstein, but I think that is one in previous years where that's like the edgy.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna do murdered Epstein, like messed up neck or
I'm
something.
picturing the Epstein costume though, and doesn't he just kind of like look like Steve Jobs? Like with I feel like he's always wearing like the black turtleneck,
Well,
that type of stuff.
He wears
Harvard
like,
sweatshirts.
yeah,
like
he
crew
wears
necks.
sweatshirts for colleges
Okay.
that he like clearly never went to.
Okay.
but
You
he
know-
was tied to
Oh.
Alan Dershowitz, Harvard. Look into it.
A couple more political ones to have on your radar. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I think people are gonna be. I think that could be a popular
Okay.
one.
Yep. And then Dr. Fauci.
Oh, I didn't think about Fauci.
Make it a couple's costume.
Fauci man.
Dr. Burks as well. We're talking style. Very easy to be Dr. Burks. You just need an Hermes scarf around your neck
I like that.
and like your hair pulled back and boom, you're Dr. Burks.
Man, I was thinking about going as Kushner this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a Kush.
Sick.
Yeah, just swagged out in a $4,000 suit.
I got a few more for masks. Any of the ninja characters from Mortal Kombat. You got Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Reptile.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Can we go
Yep.
to the Three Ninjas? You ever watch that?
Dude, I love that.
I love that movie.
Rather go with Surf Ninjas.
Watch out for my nose, dude. It's bad news already.
I can't believe you've seen this movie.
Oh,
How
I used
have
to
you
watch
seen
it a
that?
lot when I was
It was
a
the
kid.
one movie that I loved that my parents never bought for me. So like I would always have to watch it at a buddy's house. It's not like they wouldn't. There was no reason behind it, but I just always wanted to see it.
Dude, it's so
I
tight.
loved it.
They just kicked ass, man.
Yeah, they were sweet.
And
yeah, you had all the candy. So I mean, candy, dog.
looks like that wraps it up. That's my list.
That gives us a lot to work with.
Yeah.
Very
So
inspirational.
I had one in mind, and I think I told y'all this in the group text, but it would require me to shave the stash, and I'm not ready to part ways.
What is it?
It's NFL fan Rob Lowe,
Yeah.
where he's just in the stands, just wearing the NFL hat, the generic
just with the
hat,
chiseled jawline, just
just rooting for a good game. Just hope both teams play hard.
So dumb.
What was the story about? Why did he have that hat?
Dude,
on?
he loves all the
he
players.
just loves NFL football.
It's just like, dude, it's a treat to be here to watch these two teams compete.
He looks like a
Please
cop.
check out 911 Lone Star.
Straight up looks like a cop. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, dude, how sketchy are you? He does have a jawline on him.
Will, you could
He's
be a
odd.
good Ted Lasso.
Dude, finished.
That's a good
Finished
one.
it last night, man.
No spoilers. I got one more episode.
Finished it last night. Cried
Yeah.
twice.
Did you finish Yellowstone
No,
or caught up on Yellowstone?
I'm in season 3, mid-season 3.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, if you haven't started Ted Lasso and you just want to feel good and fuzzy, I highly recommend doing it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to hate it. I will say the finale episode of the season has an absolutely absurd scene that kind of ruined the episode for me a little bit, and I was like, well, that's a little much, but okay. But other than that, great initial season.
Yeah. So, any other ideas here before we wrap this segi up?
No,
I think
that
you
gives
nailed
us
it.
a lot, man.
Good.
You're ahead of the curve on Halloween stuff.
Well, now's the time to start thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's October 7th. A lot of the stuff that you end up needing to order for Halloween costumes takes like 2 weeks to get here. It's not just all easily available on...
Oh, you got to prepare earlier
Amazon
this year than any
Prime.
year.
Hey,
You know.
if you haven't already started planning your Halloween giveaways and party options, it's too late.
It's way too late.
Way too late.
Far too late. We'd be remiss if we let Barrett leave before this next segment, so we need to knock this out with him ASAP. Cole Haan and Slack have officially collaborated.
I hate this.
Why? Randy, do you have a photo that we can put up on the screen for the people out there? No, literally no one in the world was asking for Cole Haan to do a collaboration sneaker with productivity software Slack.
Man, and I like Cole Haan's like cash sneakers. I have a pair. But these, what are they doing? It has a Slack logo on it.
What do you wear with this?
You got to think some sort of jogger.
Like a Patagonia vest that has like your
this-
company embroidered on the other side?
Are these like available to buy
Oh yeah.
on the Kohan website?
They are.
That is shocking. Like the only people I can see wearing these is like the people that work at Slack that got given them for free,
Yeah.
and you're wearing them with like, you know, your bonobos chinos and like a Patagonia fleece vest over a button up, right?
That's
Like
that's
this
the
is
exact
this
fit.
is Silicon Valley
That's a
tech
fit right
tech
there.
bro.
What do you think you're paying for these?
125?
120. Great guess.
Yeah, and I mean, like Dylan said, like I really don't have like, you know, the Kohan sneaker line. It they make some moves. They make some stuff that looks pretty good. But this kind of like this sours the rest of the lineup, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They win Allbirds.
Yeah.
They kind of jack the Allbirds wave a little bit,
yeah.
which everybody knows how much swag they have.
dripping.
Just cannot stop dripping.
Maybe they're about to do a whole series of these, and like next one's gonna have like the Zoom logo, and then like
See, that
and
would
then,
actually
like,
sell in 2020.
and then like Dropbox.
We need the Discord logo, whatever
Ooh,
that is.
those could- that
or
could
the
be heat.
Twitch. Dude, the Twitch. Need some Twitch Cole Haans.
I just don't get it.
They also
no one's
kinda-
gonna buy these.
They're also kind of golf shoe looking, right?
I got
Yeah.
you some for Christmas that I was kind of holding on
Take
to.
them back, dog. I don't want them.
Why?
It looks like this like Slack HQ like ordered like custom
Yes.
made these for their employees.
Right.
This
And
and
they're,
if
they're
they
dropping them in like a holiday like gift basket.
And if I worked for Slack and they were passing these out, I would wear them on the only day required that we wear them in
Yes.
the office. And
Never
then
again.
I'm putting them in a box in my closet until the next time when they're like, everyone, we're wearing our Slack sneakers to this corporate retreat.
Wait, why is no one wearing their Slack sneakers?
Hey, in case y'all are
Well, they're
wondering,
terrible.
They're
And
unisex.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's gonna be one guy in the office who just loves them and wears them every
all
single
the time.
day.
Oh yeah.
He's like, hey, can I get your? What size are you? Can I get your pair? Yeah, I really wanted the blues, but they gave me the yellows.
Just truly bad.
The Slack logo is objectively aesthetically pleasing.
I like
That's a
the
Not
good
on
logo.
shoe.
It
Not on
looks
a
kind of
shoe.
tight.
No.
I like the old Slack logo more than I like the new one.
I'm not. You know what, Dave? I'm going to disagree with you. I don't really like the logo very much.
Dude, those colors, look at that.
Call him the Slack Daddy.
So what you're saying is that you're now in on these.
Yeah.
Please get him, Dave. Please do it.
Dude, if
won't.
we show up at your lunch and learn with these on and then like a tray full of Schlotsky sandwiches, it's fucking over. You're about to lunch and learn.
What I mean,
I would love to talk about ROI wearing these things.
throw those in the cart and see if Honey pops up with a 15% off on Cole Haan, right?
Shit.
How do you know I haven't already?
Yeah, Honey is definitely hooking you up there.
Yeah, this is something that would get worn once, and then just be a waste of closet space. The one time being like up here, and y'all probably wouldn't even notice. I'd be like, oh fuck.
These might be good for just a Jared from Silicon Valley costume.
Yeah. No, how about the Pied Piper logo on there?
There you go.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Ooh.
Well, that logo kind of looks like something else, but
Swap the yellow out for a green.
Oh, they have a green.
Okay.
yeah, they've got
They do.
several different colorways on these ones. I think get all four, Dave. Mix and match.
Oh, they're different colors?
Oh, yeah.
There's 4.
But they're all white. They're all the white
Right.
with the other detail. If you show up to my corporate retreat wearing those, though, I'm like, all right, this guy's legit. This guy loves productivity software more than most.
I'm gonna wait for the high tops to get released.
Good call.
I
trying to
honestly I don't hate these.
Trying to cross somebody up in these?
Yeah, I am.
You do hate these.
No, dude.
Dave.
You know those are hella light, man. Cole Haan makes a great
It's true.
casual loafer.
Is this part of the Grand Pro series?
Yeah, they look like
What's the Grand
they look
Pros?
like Grand Pro.
Oh,
Grand Pros.
yeah. What was like the quintessential out of college first driving loafer? Was it Cole Haan or Johnston and Murphy?
No, it was Cole Haan.
Cole
The
Haan.
Haans. Yeah.
I think that's what I had.
I can't remember the name of what those Cole Haan loafers were, but they were ubiquitous.
The toe would get all scratched up.
Yeah.
And like sometimes worn through, and like everybody had the same pair of brown Cole Haan driving loafers.
I have one pair of Cole Haans, and they look like cheap Gucci loafers. And people ask me, I'm like, no, these are Cole Haans that I got from my dad. Like, these are not Gucci loafers that I've just beat to shit. Cole Haan. Cole Haan, my dude.
Go on, my dude.
What are those?
What was that Twitter account?
It was a cool white dad from the suburbs or something like that. Yeah.
What are those? Oh, Cole Haan's my dude. Will you
Oh,
just
that
start
was
tweeting
fun.
from that again?
I don't know if I can't access it anymore.
Dude,
I
you
don't
can
think.
access
I'm
it.
pretty sure I can. I'll try.
Dude, I just want to wear these and like walk in and like Brett sitting over. I'm like, Brett, have you like set the deck out to anybody?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
using
man.
all the generic business slang.
I love it.
Well, Barrett, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Very much appreciate it.
Where can the people follow you? Where can the people subscribe to Club Cool? Give the whole rundown.
Yeah. Follow the podcast on Instagram at Club Cool Pod and listen to it wherever you're listening to the Circling Back podcast. Like I said last week, we had a whole segment about these hats that that we talked about a little bit today, and we had some listener questions. Had a great interview the week before that. Check it out, Club Cool Podcast, and you can follow me personally at Barrett Dudley on Instagram and Twitter.
Hey, real quick, do I need black jeans, and if so, what brand do I get?
Oh man, there are a lot of options out there, but yeah, I mean,
Set me up.
I think black jeans were they're on my Mount Rushmore, so
I know.
Yep.
I
I
would
know.
tell everybody that they need them.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we can.
We'll talk after.
Yeah,
the
we can.
show.
We can talk after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about cuts real quick. For better or for worse, 2020 has kicked off the work from home era, and everyone is asking the big question, what are we supposed to wear? Do you really need to wear a tie for your Zoom meeting? Probably not. But sweatpants and your go-to gym tee don't feel right either. Cuts is the perfect solution to work from home and clear up that wardrobe confusion. Cuts is the best in the world making technical apparel for the sport of business. Everyone knows business is a sport.
Yep.
You're aware of that.
I am, man. I play every day. Been training for this.
Yeah.
Built different.
Do you have a shoe that also reeks of
I
business
do.
and
Coming
sport?
soon. 3 to 5 days, actually.
Well, Cuts, their t-shirts, polos, and hoodies have enough quality and style to wear in the office, on a date, or anywhere in between, so you don't have to choose between the classic look and modern feel. We've gotten some of these in the mail, and I have to say, the fit, the fabric, the function, it's all there. It's all there. Cuts started in 2016 by making what GQ calls the only shirt worth wearing. It's athletic, tailored, it's perfect for work, a date, and like I said, everything in between. They're custom-engineered, wrinkle-free. Pika, it's a pro fabric that can only be described as buttery soft. And shopping by Cut makes it so easy to find your perfect shirt. A great mix of long sleeves, short sleeves, collars, cuts, and colors. that will have you ready for any situation. After 4 years of development, Cuts has finally released their new polos and hoodies.
I gotta check out those hoodies because that Pika material is very dope.
Dude, I mean, it's hoodie season.
Yeah,
I bought one this year. I had to.
I know. I wish it was not 90 degrees so I could wear mine.
We'll get there, Dave.
I know.
You'll be happy once you have one sitting in your drawer for a while and you can finally bust it out. You got to stop spending so much time and energy picking out clothes in the morning to get the Steve Jobs advantage. Throw on a cut shirt, some pants, and get along with your day. You'll be ready for anything. The simple sophistication and versatility of Cuts wardrobe means you'll never again have to spend time thinking about what you should wear. Cuts is loved by our favorite athletes, entrepreneurs, and even podcast hosts. It seems like everyone is wearing Cuts these days. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/steam. That's cutsclothing.com/steam for 15% off. The only shirt worth wearing. Should we talk about this gun from New York?
Yeah, we gotta get the New York City's own in here.
We got to get the New York City Magic Bullet in here.
I gave him the knock. He knows that.
Oh,
knock.
he knows what's
He knows
coming.
what that means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
What's the story here?
I think basically, Brandy, if you want to toss it up there on the screen, the video screen.
Oh, the video screen.
New York PD has an active Twitter account. Later, Barrett.
Love you, Barrett.
And they like to tweet when they do something, maybe a big drug bust or something, or like there's an alert that people need to know on the Twitter. Well, the NYPD 60th Precinct tweeted, 60 field intelligence officers apprehend an individual with this illegal firearm, ! Hashtag one less gun. And the weapon that required 60 field intelligence officers to apprehend appears to be from about 3 centuries ago.
Yeah, this is looks older than your 1912 piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Come on, take it.
Yeah, stick 'em up.
Holster that gun.
Dude,
Stick 'em up, see?
This looks like Capone era Chicago.
Yeah, this is early.
This is like how the West was won.
This is the first revolver ever made, I think.
I'm challenging you to a duel when I have this, and I'm losing the duel.
Yeah.
Do they even make bullets for guns like this at this point? Like what? I don't even.
What's the caliber of this bad boy?
Dude, like 69?
Oh, wow, that's big.
No, I don't know how that works. Can you use this in Call of Duty?
I don't believe so. No.
How much to load that thing and fire it without knowing anything else about it? Because I feel like that would explode in your hand.
Why did it take
I
60
don't-
officers to apprehend the individual?
The streets are safer today, though. That's all I know, and for that I'm thankful.
Hashtag one less gun.
I could see like a hipster just carrying this just to like look cool, and then just like all of a sudden just getting tackled by 60
All right,
cops.
all right. Odds one of y'all get this tatted on your body.
I'm just not going to do that.
Why, dude? Get it next
Just
to
get
your
it
duck.
tatted.
1 in 200.
Really?
No, not really.
The comments are amazing. The replies are amazing. Was this John Wilkes Booth's?
I feel like this could fit in the palm of my hand too. Like it's tiny.
It's a tiny lad.
It's a little fella.
You could smuggle that thing in somewhere if you needed to. Just saying.
You keister it? Is that what you're saying?
Brett, you're a New York City guy. I mean, you ever seen somebody on the streets walking around with one of these on their hip?
Not really. I
Okay.
can't say that I've seen anybody with a piece like this on the streets, but there's some people walking around holstering.
In terms of pieces that you've seen on the street, is this one a good piece or a bad piece?
There's some solid pieces on the streets of New York. You call it the mean streets for a reason.
Yeah, if you step up, the whole thing's gonna start singing.
What is
you
up
know?
with
that
this
chopper
firing
will
pin?
sing.
It doesn't look like it's intact.
The what?
The firing pin that's just like this little cone.
Yeah, I don't
I've never
really
seen that.
know.
It's cocked. It's ready to sing. What do you mean? It's ready.
It is.
Let's go. It's ready to pop off.
People are just
Oh,
responding
man.
to the tweet with like other just really old guns, and it's like, yeah, this is so stupid.
Like this is something that would find its way in the pawn shop in Vegas. What's that show called? Pawn Stars. Like it's from like 1840.
That bald dude telling you like some bullshit about it.
Yeah, they can only buy guns that are older than like 1900 or something.
So I told the story on Too Much Dip of my. Did you hear it? My dad gave me a 1912 .38
Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson, and it looks like it's from like an alien planet compared to this. Like it just this looks so freaking old. There's no way this was a threat to anyone. Maybe pistol whipping somebody.
Yeah, I'm thinking this doesn't fire.
No chance.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about guns. This thing could be deadly, and I wouldn't even know it.
I mean, if it's not deadly now, it was at some point. It's probably a 22. Probably a 22.
I don't know about you.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Okay. He's doing Doc Holliday.
I was doing Taylor Swift.
Have you
We were
seen
doing
that?
a collabo,
Yeah.
like Slack and Kohan.
Tombstone, great movie.
Great movie.
Such a good movie.
Really, like not objectively good, but just a fun movie that I'll watch whenever it's on. Like
Yeah, I need to revisit that soon.
all time Doc Holliday performance by what's
Val
his name?
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Iceman.
Also noted a really good Batman that you guys were talking about on Monday's episode.
Crushed it as
One of the best Batman.
Did not age well, turns out.
Yeah, I think he's had some issues.
Don't need to throw him under the bus. So
Well, you did.
unnecessarily, but
Yeah, that was pretty reckless
I'm sorry,
of you.
I
Ice.
take it back.
Man,
I thought he kind of had a comeback. Like he's
Did
looking.
he?
He had like a good quarantine.
I hope
I think
so.
he was doing Broadway for
Maybe
a
he
time.
got a Peloton.
Quarantine did him right.
Yeah.
He needed to cool his heels a little bit.
What does that mean?
You never heard cool your heels?
Nope.
Put your feet up and just relax.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
Like cooling.
Cool your heels, man. You never heard of that?
No.
I'm about to look it up, make sure it's an actual thing.
Hey Dave, can we confront this next segment? It's just called
Oh yeah, I've got a question.
It's just called Dave has a question.
We were
Yeah.
talking before we started recording, Brett, about he held the door for a gentleman. I'll let you just tell it.
Yeah. Sort of a mini steam here, just like. Tss.
David, get over here.
There it is.
Cool your
Hey.
heels is a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not
Thank you,
believe
Dylan.
I need to confirm it for myself.
Okay. So there's 2 doors at 7-Eleven on Beat Caves. You can open both of them. So I opened the door for a guy,
Yeah, which
wide open and like 5 steps away, like a long time for the door to be
like
held
you're
open.
standing there like as if you're the doorman at a hotel.
Exactly, correct. The guy says thank you, and just opens up the other side and goes in himself.
In the age of COVID, global pandemic, he opted to touch rather than to give you the
Walk-
satisfaction.
Of the open door.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the pandemic, he opted to socially distance by going through the other door and give himself about 2 or 3 feet more of space.
I think this guy's just like maybe like a homophobe, and he didn't want to give like another dude like oh, you open the
yeah.
door for me, man? I don't think so.
that toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
you hear
like
about.
no, I can
Have you-
open my own door, bro.
I had a young lady one time tell me that she didn't need the door held for her.
Excuse me?
And I didn't know what to. I was so shook. I didn't know what to say. I wanted to be like, well,
Slam it in your
I know
fucking
you
face.
don't, but like I was kind of just taught if someone's walking through a door and I'm right there to hold the door open.
Patriarchy.
That's
bro.
weird.
It was at a time where there was some heightened sensitivity to women's rights and things like that. So I kind of understood like why she had that mentality, but I did want to tell her like, hey, I'm just trying to be nice, not really trying to demean
I'll open
you.
it for anybody.
I open
Any
it for
gender.
dudes all the time.
all the time.
But sometimes I think if I hold it open for a woman, lady, I will hold it open and let her pass through. But sometimes if it's a guy, I will walk through first and then just like
Throw it
hold
behind you.
The holding it open and passing through thing, like it has like an air of like
Did I mess it up?
of like
Oh hell yeah, Dylan!
like old like chivalry, like you know, like
You don't have to call him old like blatantly.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing to do
Dylan
with me.
Chivalry.
So this brings me to my question. Our gym, there's 2 doors to get in. There's one that enters into like a little cleared out lobby, and then there's the door to open it up and walk inside the gym. And they're within 10 feet of each other.
Two doors to walk through.
So if the guy in front of me holds it for me and does the full step back, lets me walk in,
You better do it for him.
am I obligated to do it to him? Because
Yes.
it just
yeah.
seems corny if I do.
Oh, yeah.
No, you have to.
Like, oh,
That's-
no, it's your turn.
that's
Let me return
protocol.
It's corny, though,
It's
right?
protocol, man. You got to.
Because I didn't do it recently to a dude. I held it. I opened it and held. I go, and he gave me the thanks, man. You know, you don't want to like be too boisterous about it, but you're kind of like acknowledging that they did something nice for you. And I was like, man, should I have just like taken a step back and just opened it for him? I don't really know.
I don't think you're obligated to do it. I can say that.
Allow
I
I
think
do
you
it every
are.
time.
I
Yeah.
think you are.
Okay. I understand. I'm probably in the wrong here.
Have you ever gotten caught at Matt's El Rancho holding the door for 20 people?
Yep.
Yes. And they think you're the doorman.
Yeah. Like,
People just file through.
yeah, you're standing there, and it's just a million people going through, and they're like, thanks. And you're like, cool. Like, I'm already going to wait an hour and a half for a fucking table.
And some people see you're doing it so long that they start making a joke about it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, door guy over
But then
here.
there's that one guy that's like 25 deep. He's like, go ahead.
There's finally a dad
I'll
that's
take
like-
over.
yeah.
I'll take the next
Well,
shift.
and here's the
There's
problem.
some older dude who's like, I got you. Sorry.
The door is so heavy that you don't want to let go of it and like in somebody's face. Not that it would fly and hit them, but it's just like it's a little bit more rude.
Into the main dining room.
It's a little bit more rude to let the Matt's El Rancho door go on somebody than a regular door. This ain't your grandma's door.
It's like Olmec's Temple kind of shit on
Yeah,
that door. It's huge.
it's a great door. Honestly,
It's a good door. Yeah, top tier door.
Can I piggyback here? Will, you're an apartment boy with long-ass hallways.
Yeah.
Somebody, maybe your neighbor perhaps, is walking towards you from like 100 feet away. I have the same problem. Dylan's an ex-apartment boy. What do you do?
See,
I
you
stare at
mean?
my phone until like 3 feet away.
the thing is, a lot of the time that I'm at my apartment, I will just leave my phone in my apartment.
Oh, no.
So if I'm going to go check the mail, get a package, let Rosie out, a lot of the time, if I have Rosie, it immediately, like, I just act like I'm like, oh, Rosie, and I just talk to her. But if I don't have my phone, I just kind of like look up and down a million times, and I just look really awkward.
I look down until you're about 15, 20 feet away from the person, then give them a subtle head nod, and that's it.
Only head nod. You don't give them a hey. Like I kind of like
unless
mumble,
they
hey, all right.
unless they say something first. I'm like, yeah, how you doing?
I might start just yelling down the whole hallway from the second I see them. I'm like, what's up, dude?
you should just wait and hit him with a.
I like to go into 7-Eleven. What did you get today? Get a Slurpee?
Celsius's
Oh,
non-spawn. But
Celsius?
You might want
Yeah.
to take a couple days off.
Uh-oh.
I'm just a little worried about how much Celsius you're getting. It's better than the Red Bull, but like, come on, man.
I just drink one a day. I need something.
Yeah, but
damn
imagine
it. I
you're
need
just drinking
fucking
Fahrenheit's,
something.
man.
You're just
That's
not
true.
a coffee guy, huh?
No, I'm not. I've tried. I've really tried. I don't like hot.
Man, the other day, Parks told me that for Christmas he wanted to get me a new coffee maker. Because
Okay.
he knows how much I'm into it now. What a guy. What a fucking kid.
You know, he probably won't get you one because he doesn't have any money.
Yeah, I said, Parks, don't worry about it, buddy.
I
And he
told
goes,
his ass, I was
he
like,
goes,
get a
"Either that or I'll
job,
get you a
dude."
new phone.
Is that why he's trying to borrow money from me?
He's just all heart, that kid.
He's like, dude, I need 200 in cash, like quick. I promise I'll get you back
Get
next
my
week.
dad a coffee maker.
Is he pushing weight at school yet?
I told him no. I was like, is he dealing drugs? What do you mean?
It could be drugs. It could be other stuff. that
Mechanical
kindergartners have.
pencils.
Yeah.
No.
Fell
Oh,
off
yeah,
the back
you-
of a truck.
That was a good one.
yeah.
Our Japanese exchange student brought some really nice mechanical pencils over from Japan, and like, if he gave you one, it meant that you were in with him.
Wow.
It was
He had
tight.
that imported shit.
What an honor.
Very
Damn.
dope. Very dope.
Yokohama pencils?
I don't know what these were. They were baller. I can picture them right now. I can feel it in my hand. I might need
Okay,
to get
I want to look into this. I love a good dope
Yeah, wait a
mechanical
second.
pencil.
it. Well, I got a plug.
Okay. Now, Parks
Akuya's got you.
Akuya,
Mhm.
shout out. Parks said he's going to get you some Pogs.
I would love that.
OGS or AWGS?
OGS.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me he was going to get me an iPhone, too. Like, where are you getting this money from?
What?
Clay?
What?
Like, yeah. He doesn't really.
He opened up a credit card.
He
They've
doesn't,
actually got him a credit.
he doesn't fully grasp how much, like, things actual cost in the real world. It's funny. It's cute.
He's just like, how many dinosaurs is that?
Well, and he knows what money is, Brett.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because like,
Yeah.
He
Oh,
asked for
like, how many
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs could I buy
Yeah.
with this? Yeah.
Well, all his money's tied up in Bitcoin anyway, so
Yeah.
it's not exactly liquid.
I'm excited to get him from school today.
What's his 401k looking like?
hmm
He hasn't started one yet. He's slacking.
He told me, he's like, dude, my dad's setting my portfolio up and it's just trash.
He's like, dude, way too conservative.
Yeah. He's trying to get aggressive on this investment
Yeah.
opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Get him a Bluetooth speaker.
Give him a timeshare.
I don't think I'm getting him either one of those.
Get him a
things.
boat.
ooh,
He's 5.
I'm going to plant the seed with him. I'm like, dude, your dad's been talking a lot about getting a
Dude,
boat.
please don't do that.
A lot about getting a boat.
That's reckless.
at least a jet ski. He can afford that.
We're not doing a jet ski.
Jet skis
either.
are like $1,500.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
You get a used one.
You get like a 98.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want the vintage one. You want to look like a badass out there.
You want the neon one.
I want the stand-up one, like a legit jet ski. Those
What
are
do
what
like
happened to
flips
those? Are those still available, or
I
are those
think
for
they're
like
just
competition?
dangerous.
I think so many people died on them that I
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're definitely more dangerous.
But they're cool.
I've never driven. I've never
I
driven
haven't
one
either.
of those. I'm more a motorcycle guy.
Motorcycle?
Yeah, you just the sit down ones.
Wave runner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we do this weekend of fun?
Yeah.
This week is presented by Rowback.
Love that.
Rowback. Sorry.
It's all right, man.
Don't apologize.
I do want to confirm the reports that I did wear Rosie's bandana sometimes. I had a very big sore on my nose after wearing my mask in the airport for so long the other day that I was like, that I brought Rosie's bandana just in case, and I wore it around.
Was Roback?
The
Yeah.
Will Dodge one?
That's tight.
They've got some beautiful new stuff out there. If you've been to their site recently, you know that it's Q-Zip season. It literally says that when you go to their site. And they have one that I can speak very highly of. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Oh, man. They added scents.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I'm
the
going.
fog delay is my stuff, though. It's a new fabric. It's so soft. It's just buttery soft, baby. It's so nice.
Love that name.
They've added some other ones. The Foggy Bottom, this little stripe John. Dang.
Foggy Bottom Boys.
The muscle also hits.
Oh, wow.
I'm really like, their QZs have never been stronger. This is quite the lineup.
Ooh, kind of like the fog delay. TBH.
That's the one, Dylan, that's the one that I'm going to give you.
Really?
I can wholeheartly say that I own it, but it's a size too big, so I'm going to give it to you, even though it's the softest, nicest pullover that I own, hands down.
Your boy needs it.
I've worn it around the apartment like 3 times. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I probably tossed it on during a Lions game or something.
That's okay.
We have a new code from them. Stella20 for 20% off anything on their site, your first order. Go to Stella20 at roback.com. Dylan, what are you getting into this weekend?
I am very excited about this weekend. I'm doing 2 nights out at the ranch.
Oh, damn.
With
I thought you were going to
Parks,
say you're doing nothing.
with Parks and with Stella. I can't wait. Parks' little cousins will be out there. My stepbrother's kids. He didn't get to see them too much because they live in the Dallas area. It's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be hot but sunny, so it's kind of
Hot.
I can't wait,
Ooh.
man. I'm so excited. 2
That
nights
sounds
at the
nice.
ranch. Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. My sister and brother-in-law will be out there. They haven't been in a while. It's just gonna be a good family weekend.
You going to grill some shit?
The smoker will be smoking. Let's just say that.
The poppers I had when I was out there that one time were just so good.
Yeah,
I showed up with like pre-made bitch-ass poppers. It's like, get those out
My
here.
stepdad, he's a really good cook, and when he gets the whole family together, he likes to flex a little bit. So he just puts on these spreads. It's a little excessive.
Don't feel bad about doing the pre-made poppers you get from HEB because those are good, dude.
I know. I just felt like such a wimp.
I know,
Like
it's-
he just busted out some that looked like they'd been like meticulously put together.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely an alpha move. But like the ones from HEB, or if you're a little pressed for time or just manliness, it's worth it.
I'm pressed for manliness.
Pressed for
at
both.
all times. Yeah.
Same. Well, that sounds like a fun weekend, Dylan.
I look forward to it, David. How about you?
Well, you kind of know what I'm doing because you loaned me your pitching wedge,
Mhm.
which I thank you for. I have
A lot of good shots left in that pitching wedge. I
I
haven't used many of them.
was looking at the club face and I didn't want
Oh,
to say
man,
anything,
come
but
on.
man, a lot of heel shots, huh? No.
Come on, man.
Let's get real here. Do the podcast. I'm going on a little golf trip to East Texas, Frankston, Texas, a little bit south of Tyler, Texas. It is I call it, it's a golf resort, but it's not like a resort it's just a very nice golf course that has little houses that you can rent out, like lodges on it.
Villas.
It's called Pine Dunes.
Ooh.
And
I might.
we
go
played there
this
last year. Honestly, we should go out here at some point. It's very affordable. It's not that. It's like an hour and a half from Austin. And, yeah, me and a bunch of guys from high school and their golfing crew, they do like a deal where we go out there, we play Friday, set up teams, play Saturday, 2 rounds Saturday, then we do like a draft, and then we play a round for money on Sunday.
That sounds like a lot of fun, man.
weekend. This logo's a little spooky.
Let me see.
It's like a crow or something with like black
Yeah.
and orange. Very Halloween themed. Is that crow?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the right one, Frankston, Texas?
Man, I don't know.
Pine Dunes seems like a very popular name for a golf course.
Yeah, there's going
This
to be a
is-
few pine dunes.
This
out
is
there.
definitely the one.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that is pretty spooky. I might get a hat.
You're gonna get some merch.
If you guys want some merch, let me know.
You're gonna get some merch.
What else? That's about it, man. I'm doing that. I lost my pitching wedge. That's why I had to borrow Dylan's. So you could probably figure that out on your own. But,
Didn't you break it over your knee after chunking one?
no, I broke a window with it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
More on that once the situation's resolved. I know people are wanting to hear about that. Brett?
Well, thanks, Dave. Going to H-Town this weekend. Playing golf on Friday afternoon.
Wow.
Friday twilight round. Whatever a 5 o'clock tee time is considered.
That's Twilight.
Twilight. Playing golf on Friday, and just hanging Saturday, Sunday, doing some Houston stuff. I don't really have nothing planned, but
Okay.
spend the weekend with the Cigar.
No, we're not doing cigar though.
still
That's the
doing
thing.
Were you here for that?
Yeah. Oh, I was here.
Ah.
Yeah, I didn't miss like that. I missed one episode.
I know. I just
To see you, Will.
Oh,
That's it.
I don't hate an open weekend in Houston.
Yeah,
There's a lot to
open
do.
weekend in Houston.
Yeah, let me know if you need any museum
Good food.
recommendations or anything.
I don't want to do museums. I don't think.
Why, dude? Their district is dope.
I'm not like museum COVID. I'm not ready yet.
Dude,
Hey.
I feel like it's like a safe place.
isn't there baseball going down at Minute Maid? Isn't that where the?
I think there is.
Just saying.
I don't think it's open. Is it open to folks?
Oh, they're not letting any fans in.
Maybe
Probably
they'll
right.
maybe they'll let you be one of the screen people that like
Yeah.
in the NBA.
We should have done. You know, they did the cardboard cutouts, and like they would let you submit a picture, and they would put real fans. We should have done pixelated Brett
Yeah,
from the the Frozen live stream Brett.
Yep.
In the stand.
that would have been good.
Oh man.
That would have been good. Man, I got nothing this weekend. I got to pinch my pennies after getting back from Aspen. Yeah, I've got absolutely nothing going on. There's not even any EPL this weekend, international break. So I know your schedule opened up as well, Dylan.
Yeah.
We do have an F1 race this weekend though, so I could be getting into that a little bit.
I should mention the Texas OU is on Saturday. I know there's nothing on the line. These teams both suck, but I will be watching it, and it's always a fun day.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
This pretty much means that I'm going to get roped into going to like one of Sally's friends' houses and having 3 beers while I watch the game.
11 a.m. kick.
I hate when both of these teams are down because I'm accustomed to last year's Dylan when like he's issuing proclamations and he is putting it all out there on Twitter. He's getting old takes exposed. All that.
Yeah, I love that Dylan too. Just getting embarrassed publicly. Love that.
Okay, do yes or no? Do either of these teams win the Big 12?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Well, I'm going to say Texas has a good shot, but that's just because the Big 12 is trash this year.
Okay.
Like,
I agree with that.
I mean, TCU is, although not good. I know they beat Texas, but they're not a good team. Tech's not good.
Okie
I
State's
don't know.
good.
I haven't watched Baylor play yet.
Baylor's offense looked absolutely dreadful.
Okay.
The worst I've
So
seen
Texas
in years.
has a shot. I think Texas does win Saturday, but
Okay.
it's not going to be that normal OU win feeling for me because Texas just, we've seen what they're doing.
If you want more of the fire that we just provided, check out the Too Much Dip live stream tomorrow night, Thursday night. We will be talking. We'll be doing a little football preview. We do our picks, NFL, college, some quick tips. Check it out. It's a plug.
Sick.
It was very sick.
I was reading something and then I looked up and you were smiling at me.
This Pine Dunes logo is the right one, and I had no idea how badass
I
it was.
kind of like it.
I'm going into their pro shop, and I'm going to get some merch, so just stay tuned.
I only play at courses that have good logos at this point.
That's fair.
It's all about the merch, dog.
That's why we
It's
play
all
at
about the
Kaiser.
merch, dude. Yeah, Kaiser's just
Best
got
merch.
the fire logo. Brett, do you have any breaking news for us?
I know we're running long, so I'll just keep it to one thing. As a matter of fact, I do, Will. Two things. Would you like to go Buffalo Sabres or Austin Grand Larceny?
Do I get to pick this time?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do Austin Grand Larceny.
Well, Dylan, have you heard about this employee of the Austin Public Library that is accused of stealing $1.3 million in printer toner?
I love this dude.
It's quite a bit of toner.
This dude was just scheming.
How do you get that much toner?
So much toner.
Was he like selling it on the
Tone
low?
Ranger over here.
Was he flipping it?
This dude was flipping toner.
No one's doing that. Literally, no one's doing that.
He's like legit a toner plug.
So here's what he was doing. He was an employee of the library.
Toners
So he just had the credit card, and he was just swiping toner,
You were swiping?
getting it delivered to the library, and then like 7:30 in the morning, taking like 4 out of every 5 pieces of toner, taking it back to the crib and selling it on the low.
To who? Where's this black market for
Like
toner?
on eBay or what?
I don't do a toner resale company. It says
Oh my
here.
gosh. What a dickhead.
He's also put at least $18,000 of personal things on these credit cards, including but not limited to video games, virtual reality headsets, robotic vacuums, and a drone.
Dude, this dude
What?
fucking rules.
How'd he get
I
got?
want to see this guy's basement.
I don't know if I do.
Turns out, at some point between October 2007 and July 2019, at some point over that 12-year span, somebody was like, "That's a little more toner than we need."
He got a little cocky with the toner.
And then they started looking at the film, and turns out he was taking the toner from the toner room, putting it in his truck, and bringing it back to the crib.
Oh, you got to know there's you've been there that long. You know there's a camera in there.
If you're on year 12, though, you're just like, I mean,
Like,
It's like, does anyone
one's watching
care?
it.
Like,
no one's watching.
after 12 years, you have to have the mindset of like, I've been doing this for so long. Someone has to know that I'm doing this.
yeah. 2017, he sent over 60 packages to a toner reseller over a 4-day period. You can't do that. You got
No.
to spread it out.
That's reckless.
Man, so he was just like an illegal middleman.
Yeah.
Middleman.
Well, you got to. I wonder if he was pumping his profits back into the business, buying toner on the low himself.
I'd rather steal isotoners.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
My favorite glove.
Yeah.
So, this guy Rob, what's his name?
Shout out Rob.
Yeah, that's tough.
What a
What's he
dumbass.
looking at? Give me a sentence range. Just doesn't sound good.
Unclear.
Hard to say.
Unclear. Yeah, I was looking for the like what is I don't know what that falls under. I guess fraud.
Should we pay his bail?
No.
Okay.
No, we probably shouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What's your Sabres news?
Well, Sabres drafted last night.
You already steamed today. You're not allowed to do it twice.
I know, but I'm going to steam again because they drafted just not a prospect that you picked with the 8th overall pick, Dylan.
I'm sorry,
You
man.
picked up Brendan Brisson at 29 for the Golden Knights. Dave got Maverick Bork.
Maverick Bork.
Will rocking with Lucas Raymond at 4 overall.
Shout out Lucas Raymond,
Yep.
big Swede guy.
And we picked up Jack Quinn. We as in the Sabres. And Jack Quinn was not even the best player on his team because the best player on his team went one pick after him, Marco Rossi. So you don't necessarily like to see the second best player on a team get picked before the best player on the team.
I'm sorry, man.
Who'd the Knights get?
Still got Eichel though.
Yeah, we got Ikes for now.
Who'd the
They
Knights
got,
get, dude?
They got Brendan Brisson, dude.
Brendan Brisson, obviously.
Yeah, you knew that.
Guys.
He's gonna link up with Stoneman and Marchessault, and
I love how much you love March. So
it's my favorite name to say in hockey.
Yeah.
Jonathan Marchessault.
I've got some news, some Dave's breaking news.
Ooh.
And I don't like to get political, but we now know who Ken Bone is voting for.
who? He said he was undecided again.
Drum roll, please.
Bides?
Randy, drum roll. Stop. I asked for it. Joe Jorgensen, Libertarian candidate for
Nice.
president.
Love
Cool.
a good throwaway.
So
vote from Ken.
I don't know what that does to any of our listeners. I hate getting political, but that's what Ken Bone is doing.
Love a good throwaway.
I did see
the
that
Bone
was,
Man.
That was very, very much the number one trending item of the day is that he called the debates a dumpster fire, but I didn't want to go
Classic.
down that didn't want to go down that road.
Oh, hey, I'd go there. You think
He
I
went
give a
there.
crap?
No, that's fine, Dave. You can go there. I'm a
You
little more
think I give a
conservative.
crap.
Man, this is the longest one of the longest ones we've ever done.
Dude, no one's doing almost 90 minutes on a Wednesday.
Man.
Rogan's sitting there like, bitch.
Watch me work.
Does Rogan take breaks?
No.
Sometimes he gets up to pee, right?
Yeah.
You know what I did today that I think I didn't mean to do? I think I let the beat ride for the entire intro.
Oh my goodness.
So I was looking over at the board and I saw, but I wasn't looking at that. I was looking just to make sure the levels were up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw you look at me. Then I saw you put something down. Was that because you left it up?
Yeah, but that was way too far in. I think I did a page out of the Dave Ruff handbook, and I just did a really, really long intro.
Yeah. People like it sometimes.
Hey, had to make the announcement. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Bye.
Bye.